All right, Rick, part of Best Boat is helping somebody pick their best boat. This Belzona 327, believe it or not, this boat fishes like a center console. 360-degree fishability, but look at this cabin.
Well, Dave, you know what that means? That means this boat can be 100% self-sufficient. You want to go out in the Abacos where there are no marinas, there are no anything? Here's your flat screen, your air conditioned, okay? You got more amenities down here than I had in my first apartment.
Right, well you have a separate head, separate shower. This is truly a boat that fishes like a center console, but you could take to the islands for 2 or 3 weeks at a time and never need to stop at a port.
You got freezers, you got refrigeration, you've got stereos and televisions and grills and microwaves. You can live on this boat and still fish it like a hardcore boat.
Right, well from the helm back, she is hardcore, because they use the same cockpit design in their 327 as they do their 325 center console. They just added some amenities here to make it nice so you can stay on extended trips.
Oh, that makes it so sweet. It opens up so many possibilities, areas you've never been able to fish before.
Let's look at the rest of this boat and see all the other features that they offer on the 327 Belzona. Well, Rick, the first thing I noticed on the Belzona is the construction. Everything's composite and it's all put together with methacrylate. There's no screws in this boat.
Whoa. Methacrylate what? I'm a fisherman, you're a boat builder, what does that mean?
Methacrylate, it's a bonding compound and it chemically bonds the pieces of fiberglass together. So in other words, this top, this support here, it's all composite, it's all bonded together and it's not coming apart. If this top comes off, it's going to take a major chunk of the boat with
You're
it.
telling me there's no screws holding the pieces of fiberglass together?
There's none needed. Once the methacrylate bonds it together, it's there for life.
Wow.
And you're not going to have the screws that are going to come loose and go rattling around in the boat, and then you find one later and not know where it came from.
You're not going to have the rust stain from that one piece of bad stainless you got too in your batch of screws.
Well, and to go into that function, if you look at the helm, it just kind of fits the overall design of the boat. All of your electronics are right here in one line, right above the steering wheel, and your door, you enter from the back of the helm rather than the side like most center consoles.
It does two things. First off, you know your cabin's dry, okay? And second off, makes entering much easier while the boat's running than it is if you have to go outside and come in through the side.
Rick, when you look at the profile of this boat, you're going to notice that the windshield faces forward. Normally you only see this on a commercial vessel, but what it'll do, it cuts down the glare and it lets the water run down the windshield instead of around or up.
You know what? The water's not going to stick to that windshield like it will if the angle's this way. It's going to drop straight down. That's going to make a lot of difference in how much your vision's obstructed by salt water.
Right, something you don't normally see, but it just adds to the innovation that Belzona has done.
Dave, so far the Belzona has been 360 degrees of innovations. You step back here behind the helm into the cockpit, it doesn't stop there.
Well, the first thing I see, you've got a built-in grill, and you have a sink. Basically, you have a prep station. You can literally catch your fish, clean it, and grill it right there.
That's what you call fresh fish for dinner.
Absolutely, and then staying with that same thing, Belzona has a unique sliding door on both sides. For me, I dive. Really easy access to the water. For you, you fish. If you happen to catch a big fish,
hey.
Easy way to get him in the boat.
Slide that swordfish right through there, baby. Dave, this boat's beautiful at every turn, but they haven't left out the fishermen. We've still got a very adequate 31-gallon live well with a standing pipe to regulate how much water's in your well. You can keep a lot of live baits in here if you manage them properly.
Well, when you want to blend fishing and family together, you take the family out on that long run back to the dock from way offshore, you got a comfortable place to sit to do it.
The most comfortable place on a boat to sit.
And where you're standing, it's a 60-inch long insulated fish box. There's one on either side of the boat.
You can put an awful lot of fish in this boat and keep them cold for a very long time.
If you look at the hatches that are in the cockpit sole, there's no visible hinges. And what I love is the access down here to the systems. The generator's down here, the batteries are down here, all your pumps are down here. They're super easy to get to.
Let me tell you, with today's pump, there's no reason for a live well pump to ruin your day if it goes out. Pop one out, pop another one in. Very easy access to get to them.
Well, what I found is, if it's easier to get to it, you're going to maintain it better. If it's hard to get to, it's probably going to end up corroding away. All right, Rick, you know, with the huge cabin and this comfortable bow seating, calling this 327 Belzona a center console fishing boat, it's kind of like calling a Maserati just a car.
Well, you're right, Dave. There's so many features and so many things different about this boat. One of them is the place up here for your girlfriend to lay and sunbathe while you're catching fish.
Well, they've added the fishermen, they've added the family, they've added the fun. It's one boat that can really do it all. So here again, what Best Boat is all about is helping somebody pick the right boat that's best for them. So if you're looking for a boat to do a little bit of everything, take the family out, dive, fish, go to the Bahamas, this 327 is the boat.
And not only go to the Bahamas, live at the Bahamas and do it comfortably.